from the Next Issue Podcast with another comic book review. Uh, this one will be about Crush and Lobo number 1, written by Mariko Tamaki, with art by Amancay Nahuelpan, colors by Tamra, Bonvillain, and letters by Ariana, Maher, published by DC. This is a miniseries. It was 1 out of 8 that follows Crush. Now, if you don't know who Crush is, don't worry about it. The book will tell you, but I'll give you a quick, brief catch up. Crush is Lobo's daughter. She's been part of the Teen Titans for a little bit, but right before all the events of Teen Titans Academy, she has left the team. She also has a girlfriend, Katie, who is too good to be true, in her words. But as we get into this issue, you'll see that their relationship is a little bit on the rocks. And one last thing, during this issue, she finds out that her father, Lobo, is in jail for probably good reason. So there's a lot going on for Crush. Now, and the book is very good about introducing you or reintroducing the character of Crush to the readers. For anybody that's new, it just kind of dives in. Crush is the narrator, so you get to build a rapport with the character as we walk through the issue, which you don't get to do a lot with comics because sometimes there's no narrator or the narrator is just not the character. So this book relies very heavily on that connection between the reader and the character, and also just a little bit of fourth wall breaking as it sets up everything that it kind of wants you to catch up on the story. So like I mentioned, we get this really nice segment of like Crush going to her girlfriend's birthday party, in which you can really tell she likes her a lot, but it's kind of awkward. The relationship it's a little weird between them. She gets to meet the parents. There's some really, really funny interactions there. Just a lot of visual gags. I didn't get any screenshots of that. But yeah, that part of the book is definitely very interesting. Then, like I mentioned, their relationship is a little bit on the rocks. So after Crush gets into some issues with these aliens, which you can see here on the panel, I really like the art of the book. It's super dynamic. I think Amancay Nahuelpan and Tamra Bonvillain, they really pair up in a really cool fashion. They have the character of Crush looks like a badass, but also looks very stylish. Looks like just have very well put together for somebody that's struggling like this. The art's very dynamic. Like I mentioned, there's a lot going on. Which is why I picked this panel, because it kind of encapsulates the whole feeling of the book. Even to the lettering of this toss, onomatopoeia, which just really works as a visual gag, but also kind of lets you know what's going on. So I think this is a very well made book, a very good series for somebody that's, if you're just being introduced to Crush, it's a good place to come in. I hadn't read much Crush before because I'm behind on reading Teen Titans. So I don't know kind of where that stuff is going on at the moment. We also, like I mentioned, we hear that from Lobo, and he's reached out to Crush. Emiko, who is now Red Arrow, goes to visit her because she still has that relationship with some of the teams. So I really like to see that the teammates still kind of, you keep an eye on your friends, especially when they're going through tough times. So the book, it set up a really interesting situation. Like I mentioned, this is 1 of 8. This was announced during all the Pride Month announcements that DC made earlier. So as it is Pride Month and DC, and we celebrate that diversity, we get this book of Crush, which I'm super on board with. Mariko Tamaki has been doing some really awesome stuff. When it comes to like books like Dark Detective is the last thing I picked up, and it's very good. So I'm definitely on board with whatever we're gonna do here. We didn't get a lot of resolution into like what the big conflict is, other than Crush is gonna go visit Lobo, and I'm assuming Lobo's gonna escape from prison because of that visit. So we'll have to figure that out, or maybe he'll be released. Because obviously we want them doing things as father and daughter, and maybe explore that relationship a little bit further, which I don't think it's been too much explored in the Teen Titans book. I know there was a few issues with Lobo, but that's probably about it. So yeah, I'm excited for this book. I'm excited. This book has a beautiful cover, as we saw earlier, and I'm just really excited for all these DC Pride covers, the variants, the books, everything that DC is doing, everything they've announced. So I'm looking forward to this a lot. I would give this a 4 out of 5. Definitely worth picking up. This one might be one of the books that I kind of wait to collect everything and then just read all at once. I feel like I'm gonna get a better story that way, or at least just for my sensibilities. So if you're one of those people that kind of gets really hooked and wants to read all at once, I would recommend pick up all the issues and then read it. But it's definitely worth picking up. So yeah, let me know what you thought of the book if you read it. Leave it down in the comments. Let me know what else you're picking up for DC. Is there any one of those Pride variants that is your favorite? I'm quite fond of the Nightwing one, but they're all pretty cool. So yeah, let us know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and let us know if you want to see more reviews or of what kind of stuff. Normally we do DC earlier in the week because they release their books earlier, and then we go into Marvel and then some indie comics as we just get the chance to. But thanks everyone for watching. Bye bye.